way to probably start this off is kind of going into the fact that you're several different versions of yourself over the course of the day. You're going to be met with so many different challenges, so much unpredictability. And then on top of that, as the day progresses, your energy and momentum is diminished. And if you're not trying to do something that boosts that, then you're going to have the day get on top of you. And then when you're doing high priority needle moving tasks like training that are going to drive you forward, and you're leaving that as a thing that's later in the day, and you've not really managed and regulated your energy from the get-go, it's not going to get the best possible version of you to turn up there. Now, this isn't a dig at anyone who cannot train in the morning, or this isn't a dig at someone that's like, if you don't train in the morning, you can't make progress, because that's a load of nonsense, right? This is from my experience, we work with a lot of people that come in that have training experience. Now, I say that very loosely because what people think is training experience is time spent in the gym. Totally different, right? Now, the more someone progresses in their fitness journey, the more, not only the quantity, the time of them doing it, the more the quality starts to progress. So at the beginning, most people are very one-dimensional with their approach. It's very training. Everything's going to be sorted with training. It's the split that I follow. It's the time in the gym that's the most important thing. The training is so fucking important. It's such a vital driver behind everything you do. It's the catalyst that's going to give you so much progress. It's the thing that's going to drive your fitness, the thing that's going to empower you, the thing that's going to change your body. But if you're not actually looking at all the other aspects, the other 167 hours in the week outside that 1 hour in the gym, then you're going to hit a plateau very, very quickly. At the beginning, when you start training and stuff, it does give you a lot of momentum, and I'm not saying that you can't drive progress solely with that. You can, but it does come a point where you have to start developing other areas as well. But what begins to happen is as you reach a level of training maturity is that you start to chase these things out yourself. That's what happened with me over the years. Like, if I look back to my early days of training, it was very, very just training. But then I started listening to podcasts. I started to be a bit more meticulous and trying harder with my nutrition. And it was very gradual. It wasn't something that happened overnight. But before I knew it, I was starting to listen to other people. I was starting to observe other people that had better progress, results, bodies, standards of fitness than me. And I started to be like, right, what do they do? And how can I do that? So the point I'm trying to get at here is like, it's not just if you train at nighttime, you're not going to be successful. But for most people that start out their journey, they're very one-dimensional. So if you're leaving the one thing that's going to drive tons of progress to the last thing in the day, when you're more tired, fatigued, low on energy, you've not been making as many good decisions. Like, it's not a smart move to make, right? So the way I want you to reframe this and look at this is, if you're want to get the best possible progress and results possible for you, then you need to be setting a standard from the get-go that makes it hard to lose. And I know that waking up and going to the gym first thing in the day is a little bit harder. I know it's tough to get out of bed. I know it's an inconvenience, and I know that going in the evening may be more convenient. It may actually even give you some stuff to do because you don't have things on. But listen to this, guys. You can't be living your life by default. You need to be living your life by design. And if you can't make it first thing in the morning, you need to be doing something that's setting a standard, something that's tough, something that's going to give you a lot of momentum and make it so hard for you to actually not be successful for the rest of the day. The way you need to be looking at this is you need to be engineering your day in a way that gives you an unfair advantage on the other version of yourself who is not doing it. So let's imagine right now we have person A and person B. Person A carries on doing what you're doing right now. They backload their day. They have a busy working schedule. They're busy. And over a 30-day period, they commit to the program and they do not miss, right? Every single day they hit that training program, 5 days a week, 4 days a week, whatever that is, right? Will they still make progress? 100% they will. They'll get stronger, fitter, they'll feel better, they'll be influencing all decisions and what they do, they'll be getting more shit done, right? But let's flip around, person B. Person B is the person that wakes up an hour earlier. They get to the gym first thing in the day. Immediately what they're doing is they're giving themselves back more time in the evening to get more shit done. They're going to be boosting their energy and their productivity. They're going to be in a better headspace to make better decisions in other areas and other things they do, especially when it comes to their cognitive function, decision making around nutrition, their movement standards. All these little things, the little nuances are being influenced from that standard that you set from yourself from the get-go. So you need to look at it, guys. It's not just about like the time that you train is going to be the thing that separates you. But if you're at a point in your life right now where you can do these things in the morning, but you're choosing to do them later in the day, I am telling you for a fact, you're leaving money on the table. For me, for a long time, like that was me. I chose to train in the evening, and there was days where I trained in the morning, but I had to drag my ass out of bed, man, and I really relied on other people being there. This was when I was in the Air Force. I would do things like station circuits and stuff in the morning. But what really changed the game for me was when I started working in the gym. Whenever there was an opportunity for me to train in the morning, I took it, because nature of my job meant that I was taking clients at 6 a.m, 7 a.m, 8 a.m. So I was having to train late morning to mid-afternoon, sometimes in the evening, and I started to resent it. And then when the lockdown happened, I was like, oh my God, I've got all this free space in the morning. And I just went all in on AM training. And since that point, I have not missed. I've always become a morning trainer. And it's just set the standard from the get-go. And it's funny, even now, like today, it's 11:30. I haven't trained. Actually, the important call that I took this morning, and I went for some food, and I'm training mid-morning, and I felt a bit strange not doing that. I have a really solid ritual and routine in the morning that I do every single day that generates that momentum for me. But even though there will be times where you can't do it, which is absolutely fine, like today, you still feel it. You really, really do notice that, man. So the biggest thing I want you to go into 2025 with, guys, is flip the switch of, if you are someone that's in the early stages of your training journey, you need to look at it as more than just training. Training isn't going to be the only thing that takes you from fucking below average to fucking exceptional. It's going to take you from below average to average. But if you want world-class results, you need to be looking at every single part of your lifestyle. And we only live the same day over and over, guys. And if you're not optimizing your day and getting the most out of it, you're just hoping for success. And people that hope for success are never ever going to be successful. It's the people that set the standard for themselves, set the intentions and take action, are the ones that get way ahead of the curve. So do me a massive favor, guys. If you're watching this right now, make a commitment to yourself for 2025 to actually flip the switch and become someone that gets after it in the morning. Crush those limiting beliefs that you have about yourself, those stories you tell yourself where you're not a morning person. No one is born an evening or a morning person. We are who we make ourselves. We live our life by design, not by default. Don't let a narrative or a story or the path of least resistance be the thing that dictates your results. You're the person that's in control of your life, your results, and your progress. So make it fucking happen. Anyway, guys, as I mentioned already, we're launching something really special on the 9th of January, which is going to help you with all of this stuff. Like, we've got it all covered. Your training, your nutrition, your mindset, organization, a full blueprint to get the best out of yourself so you can set a serious amount of momentum heading into this year and actually finish the year off in a crazy, crazy spot. Actually, the conversation with a client yesterday who was touching base with me on Instagram, because we're getting back into things today, and they were like, I'm going to be honest with you, feeling a little bit deflated about where I am right now. And I just said to them, bit of perspective, man, look at who you were this time last year. The person's like, you're so fucking true. And I was like, we forget that sometimes. We forget about you're never ever, like, just by doing these things, guys, you're not going to solve all of your problems. Like, progress is a never ending journey that you need to surrender to and commit to being better every single day. But we show our clients how to create the exact blueprint and strategy on how to actually live your life by design. So if that's the sort of thing that you're after, make sure that you're keeping an eye on our content for the launch on the 9th of January. Or if you just want to book directly in for a call and chat to us about it, hit the link below. There's a link there to book in for a discovery call. Anyway, guys, make sure that you subscribe to the channel. I hope you enjoyed and I hope you took a lot away from this.